Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone in the world you all are. It's your Blue Archive Gacha, where begin artist self-proclaimed, and your boy Tosan you. I think I should be audible. Hello, welcome to the stream. For today I will be doing fan art of Shiroko from Blue Archive, epic anime RPG with like themes of youth, guns, and like and anime girls. So, and I was like a little bit distracted like at the beginning of the stream, like during the loading screen. Was like looking at my figurines at the desktop and kind of like noticed, ooh, they're kind of dusty. I need to like brush the dust off. So I'm like doing this currently instead of like, yo, Tosan, you have like a stream running. You should like take care of that and start yapping, start drawing. But yeah, I'm doing like some trivial stuff, but at the same time the figures cost like some money and you have to maintain them a little bit so that they stay clean or whatever. And then yeah, so okay, Shiroko's on the start. Okay, let's see what I can like do. I did draw her a few times like in the past years, and let's say I'm not super successful if it comes like to drawing Shiroko in like human form. But if I go like chibi, it should be like simple and easy. But maybe I do wanna go like serious again, serious mode. Gonna like see what I gonna do there. Could like take something I drew like from way back then, like modern form. Actually, like modern sounds like pretty ass like nowadays. I'm gonna like see what I can do there. I think front facing. I like to draw them like a little bit from the side, you know, like when they like kind of tilt their head like a little bit sidewards. Not sure like how you call this, but it's like similar to like to the sample on the first and second, you know, the first and second sample you see on the left side. I like to draw them from this angle. I don't know. It's really easy to draw from the front, but because I think it's too easy, I don't like to draw from that really. Unless I implement like something like tricky there that's like interesting to look at. But yeah, this is like kind of the quality that you can expect if you're gonna draw chibi style. Maybe we're gonna do both. Let's see. Like on average I can take 2 hours, but if I'm fast, can be even less than 1 hour. Can be less than 2 hours. Can like we finish in 1, you know. Who knows? Like I will keep expectations low since I need to practice and need to keep in. Not only practice, but I have to make sure I'm not getting rusty. For now, like I draw like every week, like 1 time. It's enough to maintain status quo, to not like get rusty. Just like stay at the same level, you know, not level down. But at the same time, when I only do that, there's like not much room for level up. So some things come naturally, like speed, I suppose. But every single time, like I come back like to drawing, you know, and then sometimes there's like the wish there, you can like get better, Tosan. What the hell are you doing? But yeah, gonna like see what can be done there. Okay, I'm going to draw like free flow. I have like a little bit of a preference on like knowing how Shiko looks like, but regarding this one, I'm like recycling an idea like I had back in the days, from way back. I think, I'm not sure if I have shown this kind of old artwork I've done, like on stream before, maybe like via Twitch. But the thing is, like, Twitch is like an archive, you know. Like, I used to stream like back from like way back, like around 2021 or so. So like 5 years ago. And yeah. Like while pandemic was still going on. I think that I was like strong around there. But still was like cream behind the ears, still had like to learn. For majority, like the mic was like an issue or so. That I didn't really know how to set up like the mic, and yeah. I was like way too low. I was not like even in the yellow area, I was like somewhere in the green, and you know, and it was like hard. Like, it was like tough, I suppose. I'd like to fine-tune like things so that it would like go right. Not okay. Let's see. It's kind of tame, but let's see. Actually, it's I kind of like think about those memes there, or like brain rot with dancing Shiroko also. Kind of want to draw that, but like monster somewhat. Actually, I need some reference. Bank, you know, the rubber mask, when they're like dressed up as robbers. I kind of want that. Let's rubber bank. Oh, so it was. At what name is it like saved? Here. It's gonna be a little Shiroko with like a rubber mask. Yeah, something like that, simple. Something about like the wackiness, but also like wanting to show like off my ability, if I may, like with me being able to draw like a beautiful character, I suppose. But let's see how this will go. Like anime girls can be like pretty, but yeah, we'll like see. I think for now, I think I'm gonna throw like over it. Yeah. First of all, I need to draw regular Shiroko, and then normal Shiroko. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna draw what kind of pen? Maybe like with the thick up in one. Let's see. This will be me like freshening up like my skills from back then. I think like back in the days I always like start off with like the chin and everything. She has 4 ears, by the way. 2 animal ears, 2 human ears. making it easier for the cosplayers, you know, to like make it accurate, you know, so they don't have to cut their own ears, or like just excuse themselves. Oh, this like how this or so. But you know, it makes me like wonder regarding the setting of the archive. There's like the question where like the parents, you know, and then you see them there, and some of them have like horns, have like wings or so. Some have like those animal ears, and it's kind of like the question: do they get this when they are like kyattos or so? Like when the family sends them there. And then they have some butlers that are like robots like or so. I kind of like wonder what it really is. There are like some collabs of like Hatsune Miku and like Toaru, but those are like specifically like collabs, like hand-picked, you know, to like not really conflict with the lore of like Blue Archive. So like virtual bodies that are like there. So there's like a little bit of the question mark. Is it like that? They are virtual in the end of the day? Or maybe not. Like when you shoot them, they don't really get hurt. At the same time, like when the halo breaks, it's game over, you know? And I mean, Sensei can get like mortally wounded, and there was like somewhat thing of a bad timeline or so, bad ending timeline, you know, where Sensei was not around, was like hospitalized or so, out of the picture, and then disaster would happen without Sensei there. And I mean, like, a life without an adult that's like watching, you know, over your actions without the help of an adult, can like be pretty rough. Can be pretty rough. A lot of like anime slop that gets like animated by talented people and so. Some games, you know, have like absent parents. Parents that are like not present while the kid, the young boy, teenager, is like facing like the problems of like everyday life, maybe like fighting against a villain, and a little bit of insight, you know, a little bit of support, push in the right direction would be like also like kind of helpful. Like sure, they might be puzzled, you know, what the hell you're talking about, Dark Reunion? Some kind of power that's in your arm, you know, with like those what do we call this, bandages? You know. But it could be like pretty helpful, I suppose. When they realize, yeah, they're serious, you know, it's not a joke, they actually like fight for justice and so, then yeah, insight might be helpful. Insight might be helpful. Even like some symbols, hey, take care of yourself, you know, I'm cooking dinner for you, so please come back in time, you know, that's kind of a reason to like come back. But if they're like upset, you know, or they're dead, you know, that's my reason why I like want to fight, taking revenge. But the things like protecting what you care about is also like pretty strong. It doesn't have to be like a love interest and whatever, you know. Like family, like safety, a safety net, something like that. It's kind of like, you know, was like big deal. When this is like taken away, it can be like pretty sad. And I think like not all kind of stories need to be sad. But it's like something that does sell, you know? Just like seeing the misfortune of other people, you know? Oh, such a poor girl, such a poor boy, they lost everything, let me drop a super chat or something like that, you know? And yeah. Like backstory wise and so. Sometimes, you know, it would be like nice to like be able to like look at the backstories and like summarize like in one sentence or so. Like some premises stories like in general. Like with Blue Archive I can say, okay, it's a story about epic anime girls, guns, and the youth. Welcome to Blue Archive, you know. It's kind of so absurd, you know, but it kind of summarizes that. If I'm gonna explain too, it's like a magical world full of overpowered yokais and gods, creatures, mythic creature beings, all like from the world of Japanese mythology and more. Okay, that's like a really long sentence, I suppose, but kind of like, yeah. She has like something of her hair accessory around here. It's like cross-shaped. If it's just like that, it would be boring with the hair alone. But there's a halo, and they're like wolf ears. Or something of head accessory. that makes the character stand out a little bit more. It's like not super boring. Like when looking at the head. No, this art designed by Hwang Sung. Hwang Sung did like a lot of like art in Korean video games. Like Elsword, for example. Online game. I'm not really good at drawing those kimono mimis though. Kimono mimis in terms of like, yeah, dog, cats, you know, those kind of beings. If it's like red, I think like, yeah, it can be doable. It's like kind of like simple. But that is like, to make it like look good. Yeah, whatever. That's recognizable. I mean, at least that is like there. You can recognize that's her. And then I give her a scarf, her uniform, everything. Yeah. The big selling point for me about Shiroko is like her voice actor and how calm Shiroko sounds. I need to like make an ASMR with her. Okay, we have to come up with a scenario that's like believable or so, but I really would crave something like ASMR from Shiroko. Really soothing voice. I love it every single time she gets to speak. So I like having like the anime adaptation because of that. I like the anime adaptation because Shiroko could like hear her speak more often, you know, rather than like looking at the dialogue and like reading it myself and imagining that's like in her voice, you know. But the thing is, like when I read like you know, the dialogue and I read in their voice, it's like always like, you know, I read the English text and then imagine like, okay, that's like with her voice, you know. But usually it would be like JP dub, you know, something like that. And you would hear in Japanese, not like I imagine like, you know, if I read in English, when I hear like the English voiceover. But if the voice actors themselves would like actually speak, you know, English, Japanese seiyus, you know, then we get like something like, you know, what the huaku, haro, you know, whatever. Hello, hello, how are you? Fine, thank you. I wish I were a bird, or whatever. We get like probably like a lot of like that okay kind of like Japanglish. Yeah, ariga thanks gozaimasu. Gozaimachi, yeah, I think something like that. Yeah. Oh, chotto a minute. Chotto freaking mate. And what else? Yeah, there's like a lot. I'm gonna try the chibi later, like over it. Gonna like figure out like how. I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Okay, but this shall be my best Shiroko version I've ever drawn. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison when I upload it. Ugh, gosh. Freaking hell. It's not my first time drawing here, by the way. But all my previous versions kind of like sucked. You could like somewhat like see, yeah, this is her, but at the same time, maybe not, you know. Girls are kind of funny, I suppose. A little bit dumb. But she's young, so it's like excusable. Like Abydos, the school where she is from, is located in a desert, you know? And desert areas are like pretty hot. If it's like nighttime, it's really cold, of course. But the most time we like see action with them is like when it's like daytime. And no matter what, Shiroko is wearing her scarf. Isn't it hot for you, girl? You're crazy. But yeah, she wears it. The scarf is like very important to her. And there's a little bit of backstory because of that, regarding the scarf. Spoilers also as well regarding the backstory with the scarf. Like, if it would be like a Bond item, you know, it could, kind of would have made sense, but at the same time it would be spoilers to like the main story. Why it's like so important to her. So there's like not much regarding that. Her Bond item is like her EX skill weapon or so. That she can use like to fly around, shoot like rockets or so. It used to be like something like of a drone that she can like use for multiple things, but then it's like also like for combat like useful. And the anime adaptation uses like in many wacky kind of ways. I would like say. Not only for intended usage, and like some really like interesting kind of ideas to like tackle like the battle. And homing missiles and so. That they have like a lot of destruction power, but in games was like kind of underwhelming what like they had to offer. But yeah. Like Ayane's like drone for the supply things. from this angle you cannot really see ears. I suppose I'm gonna hide them. Ears. Human ears. Okay, let's draw hands. Ooh, how do I draw hands? Oh well, let's see. I'll make it out. I'll make it work somehow. Okay. Did I make a photo of myself? I try to spread the hands out like that. No, I think like I don't have to make a photo. Okay, it's more complicated than I thought it would look like. So what I did was like turning on the selfie camera on my smartphone and just pose like in front of it a little bit. Like how I would like imagine, okay, when she spreads her hands are in front of her. And I conclude difficult. High difficulty. I just need a proper sketch. But I can make it work. And by the way, the chibi will like cover majority of like the hands, so could like work. I think let me try the chibi now. And then like work around maybe. Yep. How will I do this? Gonna make it colorful with their appearance. Shall be here. Okay, I'm getting a little bit focused here. Kinda taking it seriously. When I draw art, I suppose that's like the default mode. Maybe I don't need to draw a halo if it's like that. Gum. How does it look? Okay, squash a mosquito. Okay, let's continue. So it should be like something like that. Okay. すみません. Somewhere around here. That should cover like everything. Where is it where I don't need like the other details? I think I don't necessarily need a halo here. Or the little Shiroko. Okay, and then let's continue like like usual. So school uniform. Hands, yeah, as well. Hands are more important. Let me check like how it's drawn again. Okay, let me draw that before I forget about it. Something like this here. Rough sketch. Something like this. Shiroko's left hand has gloves on, so this might be a little bit easier. And then make sure that the area, like hand area, is like bigger. Hands are big actually. I might be able to like get away just drawing like maybe not the finger parts from below. I think I have a little bit of trick. Just need to make sure it works out. Yeah, needs to be somewhat believable. I think this is a little bit covered. Okay. I think like I have it somewhat regarding the hands. Oh gosh. They take like the most amount of time to make like somewhat look convincing. Okay. It was like just a simple idea, but turned like out it's like more difficult to make it look like valid. Make it look like believable. Okay. I might need to move that little Shiroko upwards and then with that also the hands. Yeah. Means... Okay. Not like this. I need to draw a little bit more of those. Yep, okay. Okay. And then this one. That little one. Make the Shiroko bigger. So maybe something like around here. I think I'm gonna call that Rakugaki. Not sure like about if I'm gonna draw colors or not. At the very least on that little Shiroko. Okay, school uniform, gonna continue with that. Chatto. Matte. And there's a little bit of a clip, and with that a little bit of a card, Abidos, something. I'm not gonna write anything on there, I suppose. Just colors and like some silhouettes. Yeah, don't forget like about other stuff. Okay. I'm not yapping. I'm super focused. But there's been like a time since I actually looked like in like regarding drawing. Like I always like draw the chibis, you know. I can't like yap however I want, you know, and don't have to take it seriously. But when it's like coming like to something, let's say like challenging. And yeah, my behavior, my talking behavior is like a lot more different. Like we focus like somewhere else rather than like letting like wander. And now like kind of at the part where it's like just like about making sure the line weight is okay. So it's like a lot like about correction in those kind of parts. So I guess like gonna come back like slowly like to that. Don't forget, I'm not gonna forget to draw the halo. This might be like the only thing like I have to be aware of. Not really sure like regarding Big Shiroko here. If we're gonna color her. Like it's like on 1 hour. It has been 1 hour, but look how far I've come actually. So it's maybe not too bad. It's not too bad. The eyes are like not the same size. Yeah. Like one side is like more detailed than the other side. I'm like right-handed also. And yeah, let's see what I can do. Like she said over Chromia, so maybe it might not be too weird when it's like that, but it's like a little bit more okay now, more acceptable. With regard the eye. Just like the volume on like that side here. Let me think. Usually has like way later her birthday. I think I can have like a bit of time regarding that. I just like wanted to like draw the poster girl. A Kamba Musume of Blue Archive. It's like always like important to have like some kind of poster girl, I suppose, to like lure like people in. Like, is this your best girl? You like want to should this be the first thing like people see when I like start up the game and about to start the game? Let's look like for a Shiroko. Whenever like on my phone like want to start up Blue Archive. But sometimes around special occasions like this, Kama Musume like changes temporarily. Like anniversary, you know? Or like important moment like in the story. It's still Shiroko like around like the part of like a specific point of the story, but it's like different, you know? Sadly, you're not really like it's like some of you guys, you know, who joined a lot later, you know, might not be able to like know what I'm referencing to, but it was like really special, like when it happened. When, you know, when like the icon of like the apps of the app would like change, the app icon. Ugh, I'm kinda glad like that the things I like are somewhat niche also. That when it's like about talking to people about like the thing I likes, you know, that those like kind of understood the core message and everything. Or, like what the game is about, what kind of themes it has, you know. But there will be no really a misunderstanding. Like with modern audience, you know, like during that like joined during COVID, you know, because there was not much entertainment, you know, it was like one of the popular things, you know, supposedly, so like to join in there. And it has been like a little bit weird, like regarding like the people in there. It's kind of like frustrating to talk to them. They're kind of stupid. And I think like the more reach you have, the more likely it is like to meet those people, you know. So it's kind of like a blessing as well to like not have like to have anything to do with these people. Like when I see like videos, you know, like from big anime tubers, you know, like, you know, not like I would like to tell some examples, but maybe not, you know. I see like how frustrated it can get as an anime fan, you know. You could like hold a discussion with them, but at the same time I like think there's like no merit to it, you know. Like winning an argument on the internet is not necessarily like worth it. And there's like the thing about like, you know, during internet, you know, like when people are really annoying, this is called like nowadays like rage baiting, like internet terms. And if you fall for it, you're at fault, you know. It's not them. It's like, you know, it's a lose situation. You cannot win really if it comes to like the navigation of like internet and like people like those. There are no winners. But at the same time, I have no enemies, you know. But sometimes, you know, people like want some beef. They're testing you. If you like can maintain like this kind of, you know, I have no enemies thing. Well, I think this is my best Shiroko so far I've drawn. This is the best Shiroko I've ever drawn so far. It is recognizable. If I feel like it, I might like finish that at some point. Maybe not today. I'm like pretty sure it will not be today. I don't feel like it. But I feel like pretty proud on like so far. Some things I work off though. I do recognize that. Some things could be better. Keep it smooth. with her hairstyle. I only like when it gets a little bit downwards. There's a little bit more things like outstanding. Okay, I'm feeling hungry. I should need to like finish that soon enough. I'm only like 1 hour in, but so far. But yeah, Shiroko is like one of those archetypes I like in the I really like love back in the days. The thing is, like, there's a mystery about her. At the same time, she really dumped that you like forget about it and just like, you know, just hang out together. But it can like backfire, you know, like with the hanging out. Because she has like such a beautiful voice, you know, I would like to love more about her voice, let her, you know, kind of talk to her so that she's gonna talk back to me and be like, ah, Bliss, thank you for talking to me. But then some of the suggestions she maybe like have is like, yeah, let's rob a bank, you know. Well, I was like looking at the bank, looking at the schedule, you know, maybe potentially for like something later, you know, and is everything okay? And yeah, they also like with her like about that she likes to ride her bike, you know, she likes to do sports. Oh, yeah, how about 20 kilometers? And it's like, no, I'm just a human being, I'm not as crack as you. And yeah, but surely there can be like found like some kind of hobbies, you know, like just talking about bikes in general is like a thing, but like bike riding, you know, like traveling multiple times like a freaking huge amount of distances, you know. I mean, it's healthy, but at the same time, isn't it too much? Like, she can like even like rival Jury, like from the Millennium fitness club also, and people like already run away from her, like they don't want like to destroy their bodies, just you know, it's just willy-nilly. So I think like, yeah, I mean, I kind of like, it's like the running gag with Jiri, you know, like, hey, you wanna like work out with me? It's like pretty easy, and then she's like putting you on a assembly line thingy, and it's like at high speed, and yeah, just keep it up for 5 minutes, you can do it, and then it's like, no, I can't. But yeah, and technology millennium is also like kind of cracked, so, but maybe like too cracked, and when there's like the engineering club, you know, like behind the scenes. Oh, we have to include a self-destruction mechanism just in case. No, not for this one, please. Not for those kind of inventions, please. This is crazy. No, we are the Millennium Club. We are the Meisters. No. Yeah. Making sure that the line weight is like there regarding Robot Shiroko. At the same time, maybe I should like match the line weight, like using the same pen. I use like different pens for like drawing the chibi and like regular size Shiroko. I'm gonna at least like color like the smaller Shiroko, and then call that day. So must had that color. Do an additional layer. But yeah, the running gag of like robbing a bank is kind of like that with the Foreclosure Task Force and like Shiroko. So, but back in the days when I read like that in volume 1, you know, with the first chapter or so, like what can we do to like save our school? Let's rob a bank. That's like out of nowhere. Like even like comes up, you know, bing, and I have a plan. How we gonna do this? I watch that pattern like every single day, just so like that when the time comes, like they're ready. We're gonna be done in 5 minutes, make like 500 million yen on bucks in and out. Also. And well, it was kind of like cool to like see this operation like there. Even though it was like visual novel form, anime also like had a kind of variation of that, but it's not necessarily like what I was looking for. Like you know, the quality was like somewhat like anime quality. If it comes like, yeah, there is not really high budget, you know, but I was like aware there were like some people that are passionate about the game, like in there, you know, like in the team. Like the only opening is fire. Like the quality of the opening from the anime is really good. I pretty much like that. The song was like not necessarily special though. It was like really idle, like, you know. Da 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 da. It was like sung by the Foreclosure Task Force, like everyone from the Abydos High School. Well, yeah, it was like kind of nice. Ogariyui has like a beautiful voice, especially like when she speaks so calmly. Like in Shiroko. I mean, like Manhattan Cafe, you know, like she also has a role, and like Misume, you know. It's like kind of okay as well, but with Shiroko, she like found like her peak, kind of. This is it. I need to do something extra so that this kind of stands out. Oh gosh. Maybe the color of the halo. I will take. The color of a halo. Yeah, this can work. It's kind of out of place, I suppose. Kind of feels like that, but that's the purpose. I suppose no attack pro is gonna really be. I'm gonna copy the style. It's like whack already. Well, I call it quits with that, I suppose. Like, this is my best version of Shiroko I've ever drawn. Best Shiroko I've ever drawn. I could like go all out a little bit more, but I think it's enough, right? これいいかな? そうはいいですよね。もういいよ。The thing is, like, the Shibi Chiroko there is supposed to like overshadow like the quality of like whatever I like drew with the hands, you know? And then face is like also like eye catcher. You're like looking at that rather than like whatever I've drawn with the hands. Like kind of elegant way to like not really draw the hands like in full detail. Kind of like distracting from that fact. Distracting from that, so that you pay attention like what is like more eye-catching. Ah, you fell for it! Thunder crosses speed attack! But okay, a little bit of the line weight, playing a little bit around with that. I'm gonna draw Shiroko Sailor. But where do I put this? Here? Sure, I draw it in her color. The halo. Oh yeah, let's draw that. Halo's like pretty simple. It has like 2 circles, I think. Let me check. How many circles? It has 2 circles, yes. And an inner circle and an outer circle. The outer circle looks like those things like when you have a scope, you know? It's kind of like this. There's like vertical and like horizontal lines. Probably like kind of like you know, when you look on the target, kind of like the indicator for that. How do I do this? Inner circle, outer circle. But how big should it be? I don't know. Maybe it was like too big. maybe not. Okay, let me check references. I don't know how the hair looks like, but... Okay. Yeah, something like that should be fine. And outwards like bigger than inwards. So Toyota. Okay, what else do I do? Okay, kinda like this. But maybe I'm gonna do it without the crave background. Just like keep it like simple like that. Let me see. Yeah. The color Shiroko is like taking as like stealing show. Maybe the eyes? At the same time, I don't wanna color. I don't wanna color. I don't want to color, man. I don't want to color. The halo's good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. Let's call that a. This took me like how long? About 90 minutes. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I became quicker. I'm gonna call it for today, I would like say. But I drew like Fanart of Shiroko. And Europa Shiroko. Okay, with the mask, she's like kind of recognizable. I haven't like drawn the halo for a little Shiroko, but not so important, I suppose. And in case, I will be next week like also drawing, do like an art stream. Not sure what I'm gonna draw. Maybe Blue Archive. I'm not sure, but it will be like something I enjoy, and maybe like the first time I draw like one of those characters. Not sure. Thing is, like, you know, before I reach my expiration date, before I like gone from this world, I want to draw every single character I like, you know, something like that. For VTubers, you know, follow life, follow stars, I drew like every member. I only like have forgotten one Holo Stars member also. Yakushiki or Suzaku. Not really sure like what his name was, but I can like maybe do this one sometimes. But also like regarding VTuber I like. There are also some indies I enjoy watching. Or like from other companies. Oh, you're gonna see. In any case, a nice rest of the day, evening, good night. Whatever times on the world you all are, with that I'm gonna say bye bye.